Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard the Wivicum. Now, on our way down to the Tower of London, I'd like to point out a few places of interest, just to make the journey that little bit more pleasant. Not official guide, ladies and gentlemen, only one of the crew members. But as I say, I'll try and make your journey that little bit more pleasant on the way to the Tower. First thing we must inform you is this vessel carries all life-saving equipment capable of carrying 200 passengers. And in case of any emergency, please be directed by the crew. Now, this is not to alarm you at all, just new regulations we must involve you. Anyway, if you'd like to look over to your right-hand side, the large impressive building, that is County Hall. Now, this was the end of the world. I'm afraid you have to come to London in January of next year, ladies and gentlemen. On its side at the moment, as you can obviously see, once they're completing it, they're standing up with that big yellow crane, ladies and gentlemen. That should be quite a sight of them. Giant punishment. Now if you look over to... Just slightly ahead of us at the moment, very large white vessel. She's called the Wellington. She was a former sloop in the Royal New Zealand Navy. She's now used as a floating livery hall for the Honourable Company. Now as we go through Somerset Bridge here, ladies and gentlemen, if you like... Now as we go through London Bridge here, ladies and gentlemen, look immediately back to your left-hand side through the gap in the office buildings, and you will see a tall column with a golden ball of fire on top. Well, this is the monument to the Great Fire of London of 1666, built by Sir Christopher Wren in 1672. The city. Now this was all financed by the Conway royal family, 38 in Belfast, and a gross tonnage 11,500. During the last war she was on the Russian convoys to Murmansk and Archangel, flagship of the fleet on the D-Day landings at Normandy, and she was also involved in the chase and the sinking of the German battleship the Scharnhorst. Now she last fired her guns in anger during the Korean War. Main ornaments, 12 6-inch guns. Oh, it was built as a fortress, a palace and a prison. It also had its own royal observatory, was a royal mint and a royal zoo. It now houses the famous Crown of Jewels, guarded by the equally famous Beefeaters. Now if you also look on the embankment wall here to your left hand side, you will see the entry to the Traitors' Gate. Well, it's all bricked up now, but back in the olden days, all traitors found guilty at Westminster Hall, commonly known today as the Houses of Parliament, were rowed down river here and taken up through Traitors' Gate and onto Tower Hill, where they were beheaded, and their heads were brought down and placed on spikes at the foot of the old wooden London Bridge, also the good old days. Now over on your left, ladies and gentlemen, is over 900 years of history, and I must say most of it is rather gruesome. That's your destination, the famous Tower of London. Now this bridge here, ladies and gentlemen, Tower Bridge, also known as the Gateway to the Sea. It is also known as the symbol of London. Now the two centre spans raised like a drawbridge to allow the free passage of ocean-going vessels into the upper pool of London. Now them spans each weigh 998 tonnes each and take a minute and a half to raise. Now the bridge was built in 1894 by Sir John Wolfe Barry to actually blend in with the Tower of London. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, there was only once the bridge ever failed to open, and that was on the opening ceremony, and the ship hit the bridge. That's Tower Bridge, known as the gateway to the sea, and also the symbol of London. You just got beneath there, ladies and gentlemen. Over 100 years old there, as I say, the old Tower Bridge. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we've completed turning the boat around. We're going to take you back up to your final destination, the famous Tower of London. So I'm afraid we've got to finish the commentary here now, ladies and gentlemen, because we do so happen to...